Good morning and welcome to another episode of Extraordinary Ordinary Women, and I'm Margarita. I'm excited to be able to share with you today stories of ordinary women in our community, women who have had a dream or an idea and followed it through to fruition. Their stories will encourage you, uplift you, and hopefully ignite the seed of greatness in your heart. For it's through sharing that we come to realise that we're not Robinson Crusoe all alone on an island, but that there is, particularly these days with social media, this network of extraordinary women who willingly reach out and offer encouragement. Having found this for myself when my life was turned upside down, it is my gift to those women to pay forward the gift of encouragement to others. So, without further ado, I have great pleasure in introducing you to Lucy McCann. Now, Lucy, I first met you many years ago, way back in the 1980s when we were farming neighbours, and so admired your work then that I commissioned 2 pieces which continue to adorn and bring joy to my heart every time I pass them in the other room. So, since then, you have overcome many hurdles, blossomed into this world-renowned artist, and together with your husband Barry, you have been finalists in some of the most prestigious art awards and competitions throughout the world. Firstly, good morning, and what led you to your life in art?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all, and good luck with everything you're doing, because I'm sure listening to other people, hearing their stories, we really can push through some troubled times. So thank you for having me. Art, well, I think I always had that passion to observe, going out with Dad mustering. I loved Hans Eisen, so to actually look at his work and then think, maybe I could paint. But it wasn't until dress design at East Sydney Tech, where I was designing clothes with Cube, that I realised that I probably could maybe draw a little bit. But then the real catalyst was going to a framing shop. That's where Barry and I worked. And it was through the lady who owned the framing shop saying, let's go to a workshop and do some paintings. I'd never painted. I could live draw, but I'd never painted. So off we went. The 4 paintings got done in that weekend, and Geordie, the lady who owned the art shop, actually framed them for me and hung them on the wall. And lo and behold, they sold, and I was handed this bit of cash. That was good because I could frame the next piece, but it was still a hobby then. So I really think that dress design, my creative side, started all of that. All the art.
Right. So whatever passion we choose to pursue, there are challenges, and becoming an accomplished artist like yourself, I imagine there were many. Would you like to share some of those with us?
I think the biggest hurdle was changing our jobs. We were educating kids, we had a lot of expenses, but we decided it was time to do something different. We wanted to be at home in the afternoon when the kids got home from school. So we bravely went to my parents and said, we are changing our jobs. Mum nearly fainted, and Dad said, go for it. Your enthusiasm will show. So I have to say, 21 years on, we still have a roof over our head, and it's been the most amazing journey. But the discipline of running it as a business was really paramount. We did a certificate for business, Barry and I, even though he had a staff of 117 with food services, and I was with an accountancy firm. We really knew that we'd need a spreadsheet to make sure that we could make our business work. It was very hard in the beginning to make a business work. So we were very disciplined in the beginning. We're still disciplined. We work so many hours, but I've never changed the lifestyle. So just look at the hurdles you might have to overcome, work out how to do it, because there'll always be a solution. And then with the help of my husband, we're both very passionate. And when one's down a bit, the other one's up. So find someone that can be your mentor and then really just go for it.
Yes, yes, so true, isn't it? Yes. Lucy, I was fortunate to visit your studio, just last year, and came away totally wrapped in your passion that you have for art, but not only for art, but for your life, the holistic approach. You not only paint, but your whole life evolves around art. I was really touched by it. What is it? Can you describe to us what it is that you do with your art? You just don't paint.
No, I do sculpture and, well, painting is the most important, but I really believe that 10,000 hours or just putting your time into making your passion, in our case it was a passion, work. So we learnt watercolour for 10 years first, then oil, pastel, acrylic, and I'd already done screen printing. But above all of that, I think it's really going out to help other people. Everyone is wired so differently. We are all wired so differently. But if you believe you can do it and then improve someone else's lives, then that's fantastic. So it was that lovely warm fuzzy you get from somebody else thinking, I can't paint a stick figure. And yet at the end of one of our workshops, they've got this painting that they're still amazed they did. So that's a beautiful part. Yeah. But it's just being there, loving it, doing it, living it. And we're very fortunate that we can travel as well. So we get the best of all the worlds. So it's lifestyle as well.
Yes, and what you said then that really came home to me, it was the sharing with other people. And in doing your workshops and your personality and your passion and your holistic approach, that's what I came away with just talking to you for those, half an hour that we were there together.
Yeah.
Because I came away enriched, and I hadn't done one of your courses, so I could imagine somebody who has gone to your course and enjoyed your company and your wisdom and your counsel for the day or 2 days, whatever it runs for, would come away so enriched. Yes. So,
and I think energized. Energized. They just think, oh, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can change my life. Yeah.
That is so true, because yesterday I had a bit of a blue day, and after speaking with you, I just came away energized, ready to get into it again. So yes, it is just a delight and a gift to have people like yourself interacting with others and sharing. So on that note, what would be the highlights of your career, your passion? What would be the rewards that you can pinpoint and say, aha, they were really good?
Meeting so many people. It's been 20 years now. We've done just about all of Australia teaching. We've taught in New Zealand for 6 years, Italy and London. And I think just meeting all those people, because everyone has a story, everyone has a grey area in their life, and everyone needs a friend that can help you be picked up. Because we all have down days. Without the downs, we don't get those wonderful, exciting, great times. So I think, first of all, it's meeting the people. And secondly, if through some of your experience you can impart a little lever or a little sentence or word that can help somebody else, that's all empowering, because they may be able to change, if they need to, they may be able to change their lives. So I think in some ways we try to give back to the community, Barry and I. We try to help other groups, and just seeing the look on their faces when they've achieved something is that beautiful warm fuzzy that maybe you needed to make your life fulfilled. And we can all do that, but we can all get down in the dump. So it's when you can pick yourself up with someone else around you. And just going back to what we were talking about a minute ago, it's funny how if you're happy and you're inspired and you're uplifting, those people will gravitate to you. And so you'll do lots of laughing and you'll do lots of smiling. My dad put it beautifully. You should smile every day, Lucy. Go to the mirror and smile. even if it's not to anybody, because it's changing your facial muscles and you feel better. So I think if you can give, it'll come totally around and someone will give back.
So true. Yes, what you give out. It's the law of attraction, isn't it?
That is certainly so.
Yes. Lucy, thank you so much for sharing your story and some very, very wise words with us today. And I look forward to sharing the story of another extraordinary, ordinary woman next week.
And I look forward to listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lucy. God bless.